The double glass doors of FBI headquarters slid open with a whisper, then chaos erupted. Blooded paw prints smeared the white tile floor, followed by gasps, then shouting. Agents jumped to their feet, hands flying to their holsters, unsure of what they were seeing. It wasn't just a dog that barged in, it was a canine, a black German shepherd with storm grey eyes and a soldier's gait. But that wasn't what made the room fall silent. On his back, clinging weakly to a makeshift strap of canvas rope, was a barefoot girl. Her blonde hair was tangled with dried leaves. Her dress, torn and muddy. Her eyes, shut. And the second her lips parted to whisper something barely audible, everything changed. It all started 72 hours earlier. In a quiet suburb outside Atlanta, Georgia, the Hunter family was preparing for a quiet weekend. 12-year-old Emily Hunter, a bright girl with a love for comic books and adventure novels, had just returned from school. She kicked off her shoes, grabbed her sketchpad, and headed outside to draw in the backyard hammock. Her mom, Carla, was cooking. Her dad, Glenn, was mowing the front lawn. It was, by all accounts, a perfectly ordinary Friday. Until it wasn't. By 5:17 p.m., Emily was gone. Her sketchpad was found open on the grass. A smear of mud covered the lower page. And next to it, bare footprints, 2 sets. One hers. One, larger. The Hunter's world collapsed in an instant. Their case escalated quickly. A statewide Amber Alert went out. But as hours passed with no sign of the girl, fears deepened. That's when the FBI stepped in, and with them came Agent Dana McClain and her canine partner, Rebel. Rebel was no ordinary dog. Decorated for multiple rescue missions, Rebel had a near-legendary reputation for tracking missing persons. And this time, it wasn't just a job, it was personal. Dana had a niece the same age as Emily. This one hit home. The first clue came from Rebel himself. At the edge of the woods behind the Hunter house, Rebel picked up a scent. His nose twitched, then without warning, he bolted into the trees, Dana racing behind him. For 2 straight days, they followed broken branches, scraps of cloth, faint traces no human eye could see. Through swamps. Through thunder and pouring rain. Through exhaustion. Dana never let go of the leash. Rebel never stopped moving. And then, they found the cabin. It was nearly midnight. Hidden deep in the forest, surrounded by old barbed wire and a "no trespassing" sign nearly covered by vines. Dana's hand went to her gun. Inside the cabin, 3 men. 2 of them drunk. One alert, standing near a bed where Emily lay, drugged, barely breathing. The room smelled of chemicals and damp rot. The windows were blacked out. What happened next unfolded in seconds. Rebel crashed through the door. Dana followed with a roar of commands. Gunfire erupted. The scene was chaos, shouts, crashes, a scream. In the middle of it all, Rebel leapt at the man guarding Emily. The 2 rolled across the floor, Rebel biting, the man swinging a chair. Dana neutralized the second man, but the third slipped out the back into the woods. Before she could give chase, she turned to see Rebel, blood on his snout, tail high, standing over Emily. But then came the moment that would become national headlines. Rebel moved to Emily, nuzzled her side, and lay down next to her. Slowly, with effort and instinct, Emily wrapped her tiny arms around his neck. Then, as if sensing something no one else could, Rebel stood, and with the girl on his back, he walked out into the rain. Dana tried to take Emily herself, but the girl wouldn't let go of the dog. So they let him lead. And now, they were at the FBI headquarters. Emily was barely conscious when she arrived, but the second she was placed on a stretcher, her lips trembled, and she whispered 2 names. First and last. Clearly. Deliberately. Names that would shock the country. Because the abductors weren't strangers. They were trusted community members. One a youth coach. The other, a school volunteer. Their involvement unraveled a horrifying ring of exploitation that had gone unnoticed for years. Emily, fragile but fierce, gave authorities everything she remembered. Tiny details. Voices. Scars. Places. Thanks to her and Rebel, 6 more missing children were located within the next week. The road to healing was long. Emily spent months in therapy. Her parents never left her side. Dana visited often, sometimes just to sit and talk about nothing at all. But every visit included one special guest, Rebel. The bond between them was unbreakable. Rebel became more than a hero, he became family. And when Emily returned to school, it was Rebel who walked beside her, tail wagging, head high, like a silent guardian. Her classmates, once unsure of how to act around her, soon followed Rebel's lead, accepting, kind, curious. She wasn't just the girl who was taken. She was the girl who survived. 1 year later, at an award ceremony honoring national heroes, Emily stood at the podium. Her voice trembled, but she smiled. I was scared. I thought I'd never see my parents again. But someone brave came for me. He didn't talk. He didn't shoot. He didn't run. He just stayed. She turned to Rebel, sitting on stage, ears perked. Thank you, boy. You gave me my life back. The entire hall rose in a standing ovation. And for a moment, the world remembered that sometimes, the truest form of justice doesn't wear a badge. Sometimes, it has 4 legs, and a heart too big for words. If this story moved you even a little, please drop a comment below with the words, "Justice for All," to show your support for survivors and our brave canine heroes. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe to Justice on Paws for more real-life inspired stories that remind us of the courage, loyalty, and strength found in both people and animals. Every watch, every share, helps spread awareness, and every voice matters. Together, let's keep fighting for justice.